It's officially June, which means that I've been working at Disney for 6 months. I'm a software engineer working in front end, and I work on a team that works in a specific section of Disney Plus and Hulu. But yeah, it's been 6 months already. Time has been flying so fast. I no longer feel like just a new hire anymore. I also just moved into this apartment last week, and so far the commute has been so much easier. I'm gonna take you guys on a work day with me. Welcome back to the channel. Subscribe. Today is Monday, so I'm gonna be going into the office today. In my Instagram story, I also told you guys to ask me questions about being a software engineer at Disney, so I'm gonna talk through some. Before I head out, I'm gonna answer one question. Ron asks, from 1 to 10, how hard is it working at Disney? So far for me, it's been about a 5 out of 10. So the backstory is that I work on this team of all back-end engineers, and they wanted to bring in a specialized front end to help build out this web app for internal use. Given my background, not only with Rate My Dorm, which is a web app I built with JavaScript frameworks. All of my past corporate experiences were using JavaScript frameworks. Like I used to work at chess.com, I used to work at a consulting agency where we built out web apps for other clients. So given that, and given my experience and knowledge about front-end frameworks, this role has been the absolute perfect fit for me. So yeah, no more than a 5. The first month I was already like pushing out tickets. Let's go to the office. It's kind of nice to head out in the morning to work, so come to the office with me. I got my outfit on. I got these pants from Zara a bit ago. For the shirt, I'm wearing my clothing brand Rule of Thirds. It's the vintage white boxy tee, which you could definitely buy at ruleofthirds.com. Today we're taking the boosted board. I almost always take my e-board to work. Either that or I'll use the city bike, which is like the New York rental bikes. Beautiful day. I love commuting, especially in the summertime. Starting off this video with top Disney movies. I'm gonna go number 1, Lion King. Number 2, I have to go with Mulan there. And for number 3, probably Hercules. Every day, my team meets up for a meeting called Stand Up, and most of the week, it's my only meeting for the day. My team works on 2-week cycles. You're assigned tickets for you to work on for the next 2 weeks, and it's up to you how you space it out, you know, depending on priority. And for my day-to-day work, I usually work on 1 ticket a day, and for the meetings, it's usually just like, I worked on this ticket yesterday, I'm gonna do this today. Max Nicole asks, what's the most Disney thing that happens working at Disney? So Disney has this big new building, and in the building there's a movie theater. One of the cool things is that whenever there's a new movie like Lilo and Stitch, Snow White, they'll have premieres during the day. So you'll get an email saying like Lilo and Stitch is premiering at 10 a.m. at the theater, and you can just go in and you can just watch the movie. I haven't done that yet. Also last week I was just getting lunch in the cafeteria, and when I walked out of the cafeteria I saw the Phineas and Ferb creators. So things like that. If you're into Disney and Disney shows, Disney movies, it's a pretty crazy place to work at because you get to see stuff like this.
In the air, I can see the magic in the air. There's something about you, it's making me feel so.
A lot of you guys asked about the perks working at Disney. I do get free Disneyland, so I can go to Disneyland several times a year by myself, and I can also take people with me several times a year. I forgot how many. It's probably a lot more valuable if you're an employee in LA or Orlando, but living in New York, there's not really a Disneyland or anything here, so I haven't used that perk yet. But other than that, we do get like Disney Plus and Hulu free. I do use that perk for sure. I'm pretty good about staying productive, but I do need to change locations every hour or 2. This is my first time working for a company that actually has its own building. All my jobs have always been remote, so it is nice to be able to work from different areas. Also, a weird effect is that I drink the most water ever whenever I go to the office. I don't know, there's like an ice water dispenser right there, and it's a nice way for me to take a break. For calls, and generally for listening to music, I'm back on my wired earphones grind. I've fallen out of love with my AirPods. Honestly, it kind of hurts my ears after a while, and the mic on the wired earphones sounds so much better. What I do like about the Disney office, since I do go in 4 times a week, it's a lot of back and forth, but they do have lockers that we could indefinitely use, so I'll sometimes leave my laptop there, some stuff overnight. Aaron asked, do they provide you meals? They do have a cafeteria on the top floor. The food's pretty good, honestly, but it's not free. And it's also buffet style, so you just fill up your plate and then you weigh it. The food, though, does come out to be a little bit cheaper. I probably spend about $12 to $14. And yeah, the food's pretty good. I didn't necessarily expect free food. Today was a pretty light day at work. I didn't do any coding myself. I just reviewed someone else's code, but most of my day was spent doing this like HR compliance training. These past 6 months have definitely been the busiest I've ever been, and people always ask me about how I manage my time and how I stay productive. I'm only productive on something if I love doing it. When I was self-employed as a YouTuber for like 3.5 years, the last 2 years, I was struggling documenting my life because I felt like there was not much to document. So my productivity then when it came to making videos was so bad, and no matter how hard I tried to force myself to do it, that it was just leading me to burnout. This job has really helped me find a good balance. It really helped me find love for my hobbies again. So spend time on things that you love, I guess. That's my advice. I've been in between gym memberships lately, so I canceled my old gym and I've been shopping around for gym memberships. One thing that's a must for me in my day-to-day routine is gymming probably 4 times a week. I know it doesn't look like I gym 4 times a week. Mentally, I don't feel great if I'm not exercising. I landed on a new gym and I'm gonna be signing up and doing my first day right after this, and I'm excited to get back into it. This is the gym that I've worked out of before, probably my favorite gym of all time. I absolutely love going to new gyms. I mentioned this a few videos ago, but during my job interview process, I ended up getting 2 offers in November. Disney was one of them, and the other offer was a financial tech startup. The base salary offer from the startup was actually higher than Disney's offer, but there was no way I was gonna reject an offer from Disney. To me, it was definitely worth the pay cut. It wasn't a big pay cut, but I am a big fan of the Disney movies, and not only that, it's a company in media and entertainment, and coming from me making YouTube videos, I have a passion for programming and I have a passion for media and entertainment, and it's just the perfect intersection. So to end up as a software engineer for Hulu and Disney Plus really has been a dream come true. It's been really cool working there. My advice for someone wanting to work at a company, honestly, I didn't know I was qualified to even work at Disney. This is my first time working for anything in the Fortune 1000 or whatever you call it. 2 things I'd probably recommend. Number 1 is if you don't have internships or work experience, grinding a personal project. I had Rate My Dorm and that helped me a ton. And number 2, networking. I hate to say that because honestly, I'm not the most networky person. I actually kind of dislike networking, but not gonna lie, a lot of my interviews I got through referrals, and I guess referrals through this YouTube channel, and I guess that's kind of like passive networking. But yeah, put yourself out there. I was a computer science major in college, and I actually didn't know if I wanted to be a programmer yet. I just chose the major because I watched The Social Network. But in my first class, Intro to CS, I remember thinking that coding was the coolest thing in the world, and I knew that I was gonna stick with it and have it become my job. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon.